Welcome to the Northland. This video today is going to be on this truck behind me. I did not trade the jury in. However, the jury I had to take in because if you remember in an earlier video I had mentioned the middle roof panel kept coming unlatched. So this is now the second or third time I've had it in there. And so they're kind of sitting on it waiting for Ford to tell them what to do. In the meantime, they gave me this as a loaner. I'm just going to kind of do a quick review on it. I haven't had it long, so I can't, I can't get into in-depth on a lot of things, but I'll tell you some things I'm impressed with and a couple things I'm not real impressed with if it were something I was buying. So first, this is a 25 F-150 Power Boost XLT. And I'll tell you what, for a lower trim level truck, I am very impressed with this. Cloth seats. It does have the work bench or whatever it's called, the work table, lunch tray, whatever you want to call it. The inside here, this is deep. I mean, you could probably stick a couple of walleyes in there. Lots of storage space. I mean, there's cup holders. There's a wireless charging pad there. This little goodie, you got a kind of a center glove box as well as your regular size glove box. Outlets abound, front and rear. This has Blue Cruise. This is, I tell you what, for those of you who've played with the Blue Cruise stuff before, that's pretty cool. But this was my first time, and I'll tell you what, it is wild, and it's hard to get used to. But then I said that too with my adaptive cruise on the jury. So we got another pocket down. I mean, there's more storage pockets in here, I think, than I have in all of my cars combined. All auto stuff. We have a rear window, power rear window opening. And this is pretty cool too. We can go. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Oop, fingers in the way. All right, let me see here. Okay, I had to find the key. I love that. Just, God, my fingers, see? Yell at me. Okay, so we got the cool step, the handle to get up in. Just pretty, it's pretty cool. We have, and I've never been in, the hybrid stuff has never thrilled me, but I'll tell you what, this is kind of cool to have outlets in the back of your truck. I like to, like when I'm working on lumber projects around the house, whether it's for the garden or whatever, I like to set my saw up on my tailgate, if it's nice out, that is, and that way cleanup is a lot easier, a lot less to do, because then all the sawdust is in the driveway or the yard or wherever. And now, something like that, you don't have to run extension cord. Or I guess if you can't get the truck all the way to where you want to go, maybe you have less of an extension cord because you just plug it right into the back of the truck. It's pretty cool. It's quiet, but I mean, you would expect that, right? It's electric when it's not, when you're stopped or when you just start to go, and then the engine kicks in. The first time I got into it, press the button, I'm like, why isn't this thing running? Like I said, I'm slow, so it took me a little bit to figure that out. But again, this is just an XLT truck. And there are things on this truck that you probably would have had a hard time finding on a higher trim level truck just even a few years ago. Suspension is good. The acceleration is good. Braking is good. Yeah, even I'll flip you around. So here we are, even in the back. Back door pockets. There's lots of storage space. All kinds of stuff. Get your own cup holders. Power outlets for the back. Pretty cool. Your own vents. And this is kind of cool too. I don't know if you can see under seat storage. Okay, I've always used my under back seat in the big red Bomber and even in the Jury. And, you know, depending on what you put back there, it slides out from under the seat sometimes and whatever. This will keep it nice and tucked away. I like it. Pretty cool. I don't know what size gas tank it is. When I picked it up, or when I drove away from the dealer with it, it was full, and it said like 600 and something miles, 650 miles or something to empty. And I'm like, that's just crazy numbers to me, but I guess that's probably because it's hybrid, right? I don't know. Maybe the gas tank is a little bit bigger. I don't know, but it's got definitely a good cruising range. Gas mileage hasn't been too bad, you know, considering it's a truck. I think it's actually better than what the Jury gets, for sure. But the Jury, that's a brick on wheels. So, I don't know what else to cover. That panel over there, that's another storage. Let me see if I can open it here quick. Oh, see, it's just another storage space. It's not locking or secure, anything like that. So, you know, you wouldn't want to put anything too valuable in there. But, and then you got the measurements here on the tailgate for, you know, like a tape measure. I don't know. Like I said, I'm impressed. Things that I am not impressed with is the Ford badge. I don't know. I like the older ones where they're more, I know they're all still plastic. The ones that, you know, kind of come out a little bit. God, I'm watching my camera. They come out a little bit, and then they're like clear plastic over it, whatever. This is almost like it's like a painted, I don't know, a tin or something, plastic that's just pressed into place. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, especially at a distance. It's just when you get up close to it, it's like, well, trying to save a few pennies there, are we? But I mean, that's really my only gripe, and if that's what you're griping about, then that's pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say lame. I don't want to say lame. It's just you're nitpicking, right? I think that overall. Oh, and this is kind of cool. So you still have the drive modes, and locking rear differential, pro trailer, what is that called? Assist, or I don't know, something. You got trailer brakes there. Yeah, this is cool. I like this truck. All right, this is officially weird. It takes some serious getting used to driving without having your hands on the steering wheel. It's not so bad when you're going straight, but yes, I'm watching the road. It even knows if you're not watching the road. You close your eyes, it starts blinking and flashing and beeping and all kinds of stuff. But when you're in the middle of a turn, that's what's really weird, because you don't have your hands on the wheel. The truck's just driving itself. But this is I thought adaptive cruise control was weird. This is crazy stuff. So for those of you who have this and are used to it, hey, I get it. But for me, this was my first time playing with this kind of a thing, definitely different. The only thing I think it doesn't have that I like about the Jury, well, a couple things. One, the removable doors and removable roof. And the Jury has a locking front end as well. This does not. And I think the suspension on the Jury is definitely a lot better too. But, you know, I mean, everything's a trade-off. I guess if I really want the best of both worlds, I'm going to have to keep the Jury and just buy a truck as well. I wonder if my wife will let me do that.
No.
Anyway, I just wanted to give you a brief look at a 25 F-150. Again, I've only been driving this for a day, and so I can't really go into depth on anything in it. I'm just trying to highlight some things that I think are pretty neat. So, all right, smash that like and subscribe, even if you did not like the video. I promise I'm going to keep this as short as possible, so share it with somebody, especially if they're looking for a new truck. You know, if they're on a budget and they need something cheaper, this is a great option. Like I said, this is just an XLT, lower trim level. You know, it's not a King Ranch, not a Platinum, anything like that, but it has lots of features that I think are pretty neat. So, and even the colors kind of cool. You know, looking at them online, I thought this color was kind of yuck, but in person it definitely looks a lot better. So, all right, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.